So I guess we're going to my number 8, which is not 2022. I think it's the remake, man. Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Holy shit. He just buried that. Oh no, he's doing the dance.
I actually rewatched it for the first time in probably 15 years or longer. And there's just so much wrong with this damn movie, man. And everybody loves the shit out of it, too. That's the thing that confuses me.
If Leatherface wants to sew his own shit, let him sew his own shit. Come on, man. What's wrong with that? He's,
Right. He's uses a sewing machine. I've hated this is probably like my least, like I just hate the shit out of this movie, and I'll always have. The look of Leatherface is fucking terrible. I cannot stand that.
He looks like a model. You didn't like that?
He looks like a member of fucking Slipknot.
He does. Like that's one thing I noticed when I rewatched it, because I rewatched it a couple days ago. Like that costume and mask looks absolutely ridiculous now. Like I didn't remember it looking that bad when we watched it, but it's really dated. Like
that whole movie, I think, is dated. Have you rewatched it lately, Garrett?
To be honest, I haven't watched most of these in a while, so I haven't watched a lot of these in years. So I'm just going by memory.
The way that they filmed that movie too, it looks like shit. Like I think it kind of started that whole, like I don't know, grimy looking filter or whatever the hell they were using.
Mm-hmm.
Had a lot of stupid, goofy characters too, and I had to print out like all the characters because I fucking like all the family members and stuff. But even better, I've got a picture of the whole family, boys.
Here we go.
Family photo. This actually isn't even the whole damn family, because I think they're missing Rachel Dratch and the tea lady.
Rachel Dratch, did you say?
Look at these fucking people now. Okay. You got fucking
leave the little boy alone with his Billy Bob teeth. Stop it.
Yeah, you got a old man Nubby with his lapdog first, right? Yeah. He's terrifying the shit out of him. He ain't got no damn legs. He's fucking
that's
scary.
Nubby.
That's Nubby. And then you've got Poop Mouth Bucktooth Kid. That they've got his name is Jedediah Hewitt.
Yep.
Jedediah they weren't Hewitt. The Sawyers, they were the Hewitts, right? That's what it was in this
right.
one.
Yep.
Right.
Oh shit, that's right, the Hewitts.
And you've got Granny there. What was her name? Luda Mae Hewitt.
Of course.
And Sheriff Hoyt, who's actually a Hewitt.
He's
surprise.
He's a good character.
Then of course good old Leatherface over there with his nose. One that I wanted to represent on here. This character's name was Henrietta Hewitt, and she had a baby. She was in the trailer with the tea lady. There's her.
Where's Jennifer Love Hewitt? Is she in there?
Yeah.
No, she was filming a movie around this time period.
Oh, okay. So she's the cousin. She was like the hot cousin, kind of like in the whatever.
Right.
I forgot though, man, the tea lady thing, which was like a real gimmick, because all she does in that scene is she's like, "You should have some tea, sweetheart. Just have some fucking tea. Sit down here, calm down, have some of this tea." That's all she really said.
That was her line. And not only that, but they burnt the shit out of this up.
Mm-hmm. I hated the beginning of that movie too. And
I thought that was cool where they were making like when they were doing the narration.
No, that part's cool. The John Mayer character. I didn't like the way they did like what other movie did that? Was it Devil's Rejects? I think it was, where they would like had the black and white photo reel of like the sheriff walking through, and he was like, "And this is where they found the fucking bodies and shit like that." It looks like the production design on all that, trying to make it look like it was part of a time period that it wasn't.
That was great with like the fingernails in the wall and stuff.
Yeah, it wasn't good in my opinion. Like it wasn't.
Well, yeah, I think all the main actors. I mean, there's so much. Like, okay,
you like how Andrew Bernarski slams the door, or no?
No, he sucks,
that whole whole thing.
I think
Gunnar did like bashed on him. He's like Andrew Bernarski slams the door. It's like, He's like, how I slammed it on. He like slammed it so fast.
This is a little thing, but I'll just look this up, and I thought it was hilarious because the movie starts off. They're going to a Leonard Skinner concert.
Yep.
And they're playing Sweet Home Alabama, and they've got the date on there. It was before Sweet Home Alabama ever fucking even was recorded.
Honestly, that's not surprising, really.
I'll tell you,
something else. Something else about this movie that always irritated me, but even more so when I watched it now, because people always talk about Arlie Ermey, how good he is. I didn't think he was good at all. Like, I didn't think that character worked at all for him.
Right.
Like, he gets out of the very first thing he does is like, he's supposed to be this shit kicker, like, hard ass sheriff. And you would think he'd be great at that, but like, he gets out and he spits the tobacco out. It's just so stereotypical, like a character like that. Like, the first thing he does is he spits tobacco and he's like cursing at him and shit. And the whole character is just like a bad replica of 100 characters you've seen before. And I didn't think he was particularly good in it.
The cast looks so generic. Like, I mean, they just look like Abercrombie and Fitch models. I've always said that.
You're right. The cast looks too like on purpose. You know what I mean? It almost looked like they were like, it was like the real world and they each had a part to play. Like, and like they kind of dressed them to fit that part. Where the original one just felt like it was like these just wacko people. Like, this looked like everybody had kind of a stereotype to be in that family. And I get it.
Yeah.
I don't think the family was good outside of, I thought, like, in the whole movie, I think the whole family, like, more or less, most of the family was kind of a waste of time.
Wiley says it. That's exactly that makes sense to me. It's a Rob Zombie sheriff. Like, yes, it's the same type of like
sheriff. That was it, man.
It's like a caricature of like how those people that grew up in that time see those kind of like sheriffs. Yeah.
Leatherface uses a sewing machine in it too, if I didn't mention that.
Yeah, he likes that. Let him do that.
Yeah, that's
he got
his hobby.
For his birthday, dude. Like,
he's got to release stress somehow. Fucking let him.
Yeah, he's missing a fucking nose in it. He looks like a damn jack-o'-lantern. He take his mask off.
He was trying to sew it on with the sewing machine.
But I've just never understood the love for this movie.
I will say this: like, in watching that movie back, Jessica Biel, that's crazy, man. She was like, that's got to be like top 10 of that particular time period. The way that she looked in that particular time, good Lord, that's insane.
100%.
Well, the Dark Sky 60th anniversary.
It's got to come in a
sewing machine. You open up the part with the sewing part. It's got all the discs. Yeah.
I just felt like I mean, we always talk shit on this movie, so I definitely wanted to revisit it to see if my feelings had changed on it. And if anything, they've probably gotten stronger against this one.
I got to rewatch it. It's been a while. It's been a little while. The family's not great. But it feels, like I said, it feels dirty. I don't know. I never had an issue with it. I don't think he's a good Leatherface, but I think it did its job. I don't know what else you could do at that point in time in 2003 to make a remake of something like Texas Chainsaw. So I felt fine with it.
I would be interested in like your opinion on it though after you rewatch it again, if it holds up for you.
I know I haven't. I should probably watch these two soon. I haven't watched them in actually a while.
He thinks you're gonna hate it. That's basically what I'm trying to tell you.
I'll rewatch it and check it out. I mean, my taste has changed throughout the years, so maybe.
I've never liked it, but even for that time period, though, it has aged pretty poorly, I think. I mean, there people like the gory scenes in it, like he cuts the dude's leg off, and they've got some gruesome shit in it. I guess people like it for that. But
it's got that Terrifier shit in there.
It's got that Terrifier vibe, y'all.
I'm trying to get everybody to hate 03 Texas Chainsaw.
He really
if you like Terrifier, you'll love Texas Chainsaw 03.
No, you won't.
I just think like it's entirely like that movie entirely missed the point of the original movie. In my opinion, like the original movie looked real. It looked like a group of kids just everyday people out in the road or whatever. It didn't have that slickly produced.
But at the
Hollywood
same
look.
time, I don't think any of these movies was able to give us that feel. I think the closest movie that I can recall off the top of my head that gave us a feel of maybe that realness of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre is X. And to me, like that's the closest that I feel I've seen in a long time of something really feeling like it could have been in that world. None of these. I wouldn't even say the sequel at all doesn't.
I'd like to tell people, thumbs up the video, Uncle Bill.
Would you?
Yes. Thumbs it up with violence and fury and just love everything about it.
You hit the heart button, then you hit the ass button, then you hit the go fuck yourself button. Follow that up with the I don't give a shit button.
There's all kinds of wonderful shirts over at shop.deadpit.com. Simply the best horror shirts. On TeePublic, there are others, but they all suck. You can get some Dead Pit Radio shirts. You can get Last South on the Left. The Hills Have Eyes. Texas Chainsaw. Oh, wait, you can't say Texas Chainsaw. All kinds of shirts, folks. You're gonna love them. Shop.deadpit.com.
Special thanks goes out to our supporters on Patreon. Do you know what kind of stuff you can get on Patreon, Uncle Bill, starting at only $1 a month?
What's that?
Access to every Dead Pit show since 2005. We got almost 200 fan commentaries that we've done over the decades.
We have a literal jukebox full of songs and thousands of reviews. I don't even know how many shows are up on there now that we've done over the years.
Hundreds of thousands.
You need to figure this out now and subscribe to us on Patreon and YouTube and Instagram and help us to 1 million. The road to 1 million subscribers starts today.
So deadpitonpatreon.com. Join today. Tiers start at only $1, but I'd recommend at least the $10 tier.
You can do 50. The stock market's crashing around us, folks, but send us money.